You find it strange. But this is your world. The world to which you longed to return. Alas, if only you had chosen to, yet that world you stand now, innumerable will, you alone, what you see, behold. Twill all come to an end. As it has failed to be chosen, and as 'twill ne'er be read, this world will soon cease to exist. In the blink of an eye, the sickle of oblivion will reap aught that you have known. I would advise you not to waste, perhaps, and know the wretchedness of a world unworthy of. How shall you fare, I wonder?
Arisen to see who can keep pace.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Leave it to me.
The Arisen turns blue with cold.
This time. It is rather far from where we agreed to meet up.
Do you take care not to stray so far next time. A curative ought to do the trick.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while. As you wish. I shall return directly. What has become of the world? Would that there was someone who could explain this madness.
Come to think of it, did not Seratheus speak of releasing the world from its bonds in the Seafloor Shrine?
If this is indeed the world unbound, then perhaps we ought to seek out his wisdom. I've a niggling feeling I've forgotten something.
Whoever's my replacement's in for a piece of glass.
I'm so good. Why shake? Must be my winter At last, the puzzle begins.
I am proud of my devotion, as well I should be.
Well, pawn is nowhere to be seen, Master. But where would a pawn possibly go, leaving their own master behind?
Ah, Arisen. You yet live. I suspected as much, given that your pawn still remains. One might hypothesize that your pawn is sustained by your vital essence. Or perhaps something more. In any case, we ought to apprise one another of the situation. Is there aught you would know? Ah, yes. I trust it has not escaped your notice that the end of days is upon us. After you vanished, together with the Red Dragon, the seas rose to swallow the skies. 'Twas perhaps a month from that evil day when a new calamity befell us. A host of dragons descended from the skies and fell upon the land with fang and claw. Luz the Oracle called upon me ere you arrived. As she tells it, Melve and its environs have already fallen prey to the beasts. 'Tis surely only a matter of time before the rest of the kingdom follows suit. I found the poor creature collapsed by the wayside near Batal. Recognizing your pawn, I decided to take the ailing thing into my custody. I thought it possible that the Arisen's pawn might hold the key to making sense of all this madness. Alas, try what I might, your pawn will not wake. Mayhap you will succeed where I could not. The pawn is, after all, yours to command. Indeed, then I shall take my turn. In your absence, I had hoped your pawn might yield me some information, but as you have returned, I would hear the truth from your lips. Tell me, Arisen, what became of you this past month? So, following your plunge into the sea on the dragon's back, some mysterious presence reached out to you. Could that have been the World Forged? Yet why would such a being linger in those fathomless depths? I can only speculate. And speculate I shall. This ought to prove a fruitful avenue of investigation. For that, I thank you. Now, if you can find a way to end this interminable slumber, your pawn is, of course, free to rejoin you.
Oh, Master. How long I've slept. Oh, far too long, it seems. But, worry not. Now that I am awake, I shall follow wherever you lead.
I admire your dedication, Master. 'Tis no small feat to hone one's skills so fine.
There is always room for improvement, after all.
Are the new recruits?
The secret to my lustrous coat. I shall get him.
saw the sky fall, I trust. I doubt you could have missed it. And wherever the sky falls, a dragon soon appears to lay waste to the land. Or so I had assumed, after what befell Melv. Yet aught here appears to be different. Has our ruin been forestalled, or merely postponed? I must examine that creature. It may well be the key to unraveling the origins of this cataclysm.
The path through this rock has been sealed to us. There's naught for it but to search for an... Many paths are close to us now, on account of the dragon's descent, no doubt. But we must find a way to reach it.
Confound this obstruction. But I suppose I ought to have expected this. Answers were ne'er so easily won. Monsters! Summoned by that beast, no doubt.
Pushing your luck.
Principles unborn, dust. Put your metal where your mouth is.
What?
Lost your nerve, have you? Suppose this is a beginning. You'll have to do better
You're too weak to stoke my battle lust.
Seems this is the only way forward. Up we go.
Naught can be achieved without sacrifice.
Enough dallying. Follow me.
I am grateful to you, Arisen.
Enough dallying. Follow me. fine welcome indeed. I can only hope that the worst is now behind us. Alas, a theory unproven is of little practical use.
I see you cannot manage without me for a moment, Arisen.
Few know the real nature of the dragon. The beast's fell powers are twice as terrible in the flesh. Principles unproven are as dust on the wind. Not. There it is! The dragon at the heart of all this destruction.
Suppose you'll be wanting my help.
Oh, very well.
froze over for? Simply...
I am saved. Thank you, Arisen.
What a singular creature. Is this what called the monsters forth? I should like to capture it and bring it back to the lab. There is much that might be learned from it. Nay, some link must persist twixt this mayhem and my research. I shall not concede. Why did you destroy it? The secrets we might have learned. Never mind. You've your charge, 'tis true, and the fiends appear to be falling back. But I trust you won't object if I take a sample of its remains. After all, your role is to save this world, and mine is to pursue its secrets. Go, do what you must. I will remain here and continue my work. Someday soon, I will lay bare the truth of this world. And on that day, I will slip the yoke of this broken order that rules us all.
Never did I imagine such a dragon could exist. 'Tis a glad thing we felled it, whatever 'twas.
A lightened pack does wonders, doesn't it? I'd not realized I was carrying so much. A peculiar sensation filled me during my time with Lord Phases. So the fun begins again, eh, Arisen?
If battle cannot be avoided, 'tis fight or die.
No quarrel here.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
fell from the beast as it breathed its last. What has happened to your magic? These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
By the might of I must admit that it feels wonderful to strike through.
Do we truly expect to find aught of value in a chest hidden in a place like this?
There's treasure within, I'm certain of it. But there's only one way to find out.
No longer do I feel the probing gaze of the Watching One. Is this your doing, newest of the Arisen? I am he who brought the dragon low, and o'er its bones raised the proud kingdom of vermin. Despite the magnitude of my feat, I was dissatisfied, and sought e'er greater heights, till at last I ruled the world entire. Thus did I come to know of the Watching One, the being by whose many eyes and ears no one or thing in this world goes unobserved. As to the purpose with which they watch, I know not. Yet I did divine one thing. This world has lain neath the Watching One's unwavering gaze ere the dawn of its history. I despaired at this discovery, for if all is but a stage, did that not render my hard-won glories, my throne astride the world, mere spectacles for the all-seeing eye to watch? Was all a farce, and I, the fool, exulting in my wooden crown. Do you understand, newest of the Arisen? This is why I sought to fell the Watching One. Alas, though I cut down all who seemed false, be they man or woman, human or beastman, young or old. I did not succeed. Indeed, my efforts led only to my own ruin. I was dubbed the Mad Sovereign, and by the hand of a new arisen, consigned to this place forevermore. Yet, I can only assume that you have achieved what I could not. How else to explain the changes I sense in the world? Ah, what bitter gall that I cannot witness the outcome for myself. Falter not, newest of the arisen, for your path is just, and fading spirit though I am, I may yet summon those who can be of aid to you.
I see you have returned, Arisen One. The Mad Sovereign has called, and so we answer. If you would save the people of this world from ruin, lead them here. For this place may chance to escape the coming destruction.
Making this a place of refuge is a splendid idea. It is safe, and apt to become quite cheerful once the crowd settles in.
We too once, as we walked, our respect, one in despair of the dragon, and one for fear. Yet, you bear its hold fast to your strength of will.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again.
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
Our duty to see this peace protected. I'm inside.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
This sort of quiet means all's well.
I cannot afford another night of cavorting.
Steel yourself!
Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see.
Your Majesty, how glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world? Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melv. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we in the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Mayhap 'twould be for the best. Ever since the fall of Melv, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. After the false sovereign vanished and the world was altered, His Grace has been the one keeping order here in Vermont. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
It is admirable how Regent King Sven has taken up command of the kingdom. We would be remiss not to offer him our aid.
It's easily done.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I fear that my position permits me to entertain her fancy no longer. I must put the needs of the common folk before her selfish whims. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate, and I would fain welcome your assistance. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for their use? You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health. Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, far be it from me to deny you, but I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips.
perhaps, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son. So do as you will. I have no intention of begging for mercy. Do with me as you will. I care not what befalls me now. The throne and its powers hold no meaning in a broken world. The throne and its power.
I'd sooner stay out of the battle, where dull days for us are a sign that all is... Even the best of us has its limits, I suppose.
Couldn't hurt to put my feet on.
We're done for.
As long as I get my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine. His Grace is welcome to them.
We have chartered the ox guards as requested. 'Tis a pleasant change for things to go so smoothly, eh, Master?
Not a bad idea.
Would that all my days were so true.
Yes? This was in Mother's room. I did wonder where it had gotten off to. But why would she... There's aught inside. 'Tis a letter. Might you excuse me? I would speak with Mother. Mayhap there is hope of changing her mind yet. All she did, all the scheming, all the plots, 'twas all for me, you see. So I cannot leave her to her fate. Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wished to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided, had I only been more attentive. If I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son, you truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith.
I'd sooner stay out of the matter, where it's possible.
Here we go again.
You've a knack for drawing the enemy, Arisen.
Well, if I must. Prepare yourself!
By the might of my magic, I shatter the heavens!
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but scars and medals of valor, and you seem exceptionally well decorated. Your hardships must have been great indeed.
Treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way to it? You're soaked! You try not to catch cold. Focus your strength, Arisen!
the thrill of victory, one cannot help but feel indomitable.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
Rejoice in death.
You'll not live to regret this!
I am in your debt.
Too fast for you!
That dragon far exceeds that of our monsters.
We must strike it down no matter the cost.
Our foe is blessed of swiftness, yet the terrain is in our favor. That's better. Many thanks.
By the might of my magic, I shatter the heavens. Feast your eyes on this.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Hang in there, Master. I'm coming to assist. Good job. The fight has come to us.
The Red Cloud's advance is halted. This reprieve may be a temporary one, but I'm glad for it all the same.
healing me, Arisen. Long to treasure these woods. It would sadden them to see a defiled
I hope you weren't expecting mercy. Position in the blink of an eye.
Mayhap if we follow close behind it, we could find a way to get ourselves into an advantageous position.
Very well, I must. There are more who can yet be saved.
We ought to choose our next destination based on the movements of the clouds.
I fear for the Arbor.
Red with fury.
It would seem there is far more at stake
What have
here.
we done to earn its
The very
ire?
world is under threat. Salma Arinfa, Alekano Nande. Salma Arinfa, Alekano Nanderi.
Isilrod Fanun Galayan Lom.
Isilrod Fanun Landawin
Lomentari. Lungtena pele telume, ane martir, tindume ingarina fa...
Alla Karin.
Ayu, fanamo ne metane. Ilem nun ayolot ronde milita.
I fear for the Arbor.
glows red with
Yet
fury.
it would seem there is far more at stake
What have
here.
we done to earn?
The language of the elves is entirely foreign.
My friend, how glad I am to see you yet live. When word reached me of your uncanny disappearance, I admit I feared the worst. What has become of this world? Our people fear for the future. We cannot be sure we will be safe here, yet this place is all we know. All we have. You think we need to evacuate? I see. And you know of a place where we might find refuge? I should gladly follow you, but I fear my father will not be so easily persuaded. Nonetheless, we can but try. Come.
Arborist Sir Taliesin is the leader of the elven people. Let us follow our guide, that we might speak with him.
I quite agree.
Kemen Ross.
Lungtena pele telume, ane martir, tindume ingarina fa alme...
Findelnar, ne veo norwende lis kemen, moriven lis erumar meltol metara.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler, nun mor arta her. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne?
Mornambwe roth enfane ava silmines fana, ne vea tara morivin. Lis fa alakar kemen rose oi andil. Kemen rose elame mor orne arenka liasur? Liamorevin onduiroth mine falis ne kena palan venis in heranon elui soronne eru...
Nullis amanda kill an...
Kemen rose andil soron russa ne karilm ilarato. Ne chiamen ran in moretele erando mori...
Findalnar, morivin les charmenan? Nefa oyo sur. Airando vanitol manantar. Minas val...
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya, ane martir, tindume ingarina fa alme alcarwa? Et aler, lea fermor eldalia eralotte. Sorne an fameltol, vanalin hyror soron. Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arta her firnis. Nullis amanda kill angadur.
Time will tell whether the cutting shall take root. For now, let us make for the seafloor shrine.
Very well, if I must.
Nun ve oyonda atar.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry. There is aught I would ask of you. That is... I have information to sift through from our quarters.
To think that the world could shift so suddenly and so utterly. 'Tis a frightful thing.
We need answers. Who would seek to end this world, and for what purpose?
Such moments make me proud to serve the Arisen.
Salma Arenfel, Alekano Nandari.
Onne Kasinke Khanir.
It's taking every ounce of my strength just to remain standing. Will this march never end?
I fear for our chances if we were to be set upon now.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arta her firnis. Eidalia anandor, nun lintan.
Nenamboe javstir uru findelna. Kemen ros uru neteren, neromen anartelpe minasvana. Nun kemen ros osto luin el...
Luintaremi kinalen meltol. Parante lumi an lis. Ne meltol linkan aldagar an fir nun fiammo.
Palan hiar menran. Lis fa arnefan. Elorato ala. Nun mor arta her. Firnis an erumar is... Nenwen mor aiwanon. Alcarwa fir nun eldaya iavstir lalastar. Nun falasmir malananon.
I thank you, friend. It would be no exaggeration to say that you have saved my people.
Your fight continues, does it not? Be well, and come back safe.
Herminrand, Heruar Linda.
Herminrand, Heruar Linda.
You've pushed your luck too far.
I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarreling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it.
Prepare yourself!
Not a chance.
This morning.
Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present.
Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes. And should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
Flared tempers are understandable given the circumstances. Let us aid in mediating the quarrels arising in Bagbatal.
There's no great shock to me.
I've got to focus. Shift's only just begun.
Right.
My nose itches.
Pray in, ne'er put gold in my pocket.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. So you are returned, Sir Arisen. We are gladdened to find you safe and well in the midst of this calamity. Now, to what do we owe the pleasure of this visit? You would have the people of this nation abandon their homeland to seek sanctuary elsewhere. 'Tis no small thing you ask of us. We will require some time to consider. For now, prithee speak with Sir Manella. You will doubtless find her patrolling the city. Her assistance will be indispensable if we are to undertake the evacuation of Bagbatal and the checkpoint rest town.
Now ready to fall asleep on my feet. What business have you? I'd kill for some decent sleep.
This is no good.
Wonder if it's just
Some of us get complacent. I train every day.
I'd fight better if I had an elk. Haven't you had enough yet?
You're the one who started this. I'll not take that from you.
Should have quit while I had the chance.
That's it. I've had enough.
As for me, my work here is...
Haven't you had enough yet?
You're the one who started
You're just riding on your father's coattails!
You slander my honor, sir! I demand a duel. This is no business of yours! Begone!
Now, Nara, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? This knave dared to slight my honor. He said my swordsmanship was hardly fit to wound a training dummy. The bloody nerve of him.
And I'd say it again. 'Twas your dear father's patronage that made you a sentinel, not your own skill.
Very well. I'll not force the issue, but do keep back, lest you become entangled in the fray.
Ah! Let us settle this, once and for all! How dare you interrupt a battle between honorable opponents?
Such humiliation shan't go unanswered. Prepare yourself, sir.
Cut out for this. Tell me what this is all about. Roll over and die then.
Shit. I'll make them pay for that in gold as well as blood.
Interested in my wares?
You're 10 times stronger than I'll ever
This
be.
ain't good. I ain't cut out for this. I'm none too proud to scarp Trust in yourself as I trust in you.
Another day of work awaits.
Steel yourself. Go on, have a look.
I'll not be trifled with.
Fie, that hurts. Mercy. Trust in yourself as I trust in you.
Is our wrath not better saved for different foes?
No, you can't.
If you would like me to fight alongside you, just say the word.
Right. Not the best you can do. Let's see. Trust in yourself as I trust in you.
Stop shaking.
What you waiting for? Get on with it. Have mercy.
I don't think so.
Heavens, Fen, I ain't cut out for this. Suffer so. Trust in yourself as I trust in you. I'm none too proud to scarp up. Hey, not the best you can do. Hold fast. You have the strength to prevail. Put your back into it.
I believe in you.
I am shamed. Plan to roll over and die, then? I am shamed. Steel yourself!
Steel yourself! You're made of tougher stuff!
Look at us! Put in our place like a pair of whelps!
I ought to thank you for holding up a mirror to our foolishness. We've better things to do than squabble over petty slights.
Aye, consider your lesson well taught. Methinks I'd best reapply myself to my training.
I was most surprised when you intervened in their duel. Did you aim to temper their pride by proving neither your equal?
Not bad, all things considered.
Oi! I saw it first. Pfft, trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into it. If that's what you think, why don't you mind your own business?
All right, clear off. Pretty words shan't fill our bellies.
You'll get what's coming to you.
That's quite enough. That's quite enough.
You've pushed your luck to...
Life can be tiring, even if you've no troubles.
I'll not take that from you.
That's it. I've had enough.
You said it's bad to hurt people. You look big and strong. Can you stop them?
Welcome, and as a discerning customer like yourself will doubtless appreciate, we offer excellent service.
You said it's bad to hurt people. Wow! Thanks, sir. Say, Rakim, would you like some? I can't eat all this myself.
Really? Thanks. That's mighty kind of you. If only our fathers could do the same.
Oi, leave my kid alone.
You're not some child snatcher, are you?
Wait. You shared your food with them. Thank you, sir. As for you, Nomos, it would seem we were both but looking out for our children, eh?
Aye. Mayhap we're not so different after all. And we both had children fed. We've no reason to quarrel.
The desire to protect one's kin transcends race and culture. It just goes to show, we are none of us so different.
A resounding success.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
An unwelcome return.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This is between us.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
This is it then. This is where it is.
draw upon your inner strength.
I'll not be cowed so easily. Go on.
Don't give up now. You can do this.
Teach me to stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
Steel yourself. You're made of tougher stuff.
Have mercy. Leave off before you earn my
I'll not be
spite.
cowed so easily.
I shan't settle. Bye. This one's got thick skin.
You're telling me? I don't think I've got another punch left in me.
Bah. I can't stomach more quarreling after this. It's drained the fight right out of me.
Too right. I've clean forgotten what we were arguing about to begin with, if I'm honest.
No matter how you look at it, it's a short rest.
The citizenry speak highly of your deeds, Sir Arisen. It seems you have made rather an impact. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. Methinks we can expect little opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your achievements. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day, Sir Arisen. I hope you will accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought to be willing to commence the evacuation now.
No quarrel here.
Mayhap we'll have some fish for today's supper. Some of us get complacent. I train every day.
Oof. My pack's grown rather heavy.
Let's see. What can we do without? Is this a challenge, Arisen? To see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude, for it seems your efforts have served to remind the people of this nation of their common purpose. We would present you with this gift, as a small token of our esteem, and wish you good fortune on your journey, wheresoe'er it may take you.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Batal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I'm certain we can rely upon Sir Manella to keep the peace.
Not bad, all things considered.
I better get to work.
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
Wonder if there's any
Another moment's rest.
I've been on my feet all day.
Some of us get complacent.
Very eggs
I train every day.
on my arms and
Can't they see the old bloody place is watching?
Oi! We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Ah, I remember you. What brings you to the encampment? It is a miracle you're still alive. Though I dare say that's true of all of us. Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you traveled far indeed to deliver these tidings. Farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin preparations at once. But I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustava, is a man of good sense, but as for his wife, well, suffice to say, Cleuna has always been a contentious sort. She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope that she will be more willing to listen to you, a third party, as 'twere. And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
Ah, I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife well. I only hope we can convince them to join the evacuation.
It is no great shock to me.
I've weapons to sell. Truth be told, I'm of half a mind to pack up and leave. Well, always a pleasure.
Polishing my armor can wait till the morn.
I mustn't let the captain see my
Tis no small wonder that Oxguards have ceased operation, given the state of things.
A shame. But the roads have grown ever more perilous of late.
Seems your luck's run out. And mine. Think you could
Be ready. Our foes are armed.
Leave it to me.
Over here!
Drop all your valuables, and I might just let you live. Come on then!
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
It's quite a large boulder, but methinks 'twill budge if we combine our strength.
A firm push is what's needed here. This has no bearing on our current conversation, but might I say... without a mage among our ranks, we've no one to heal us in times of need.
One of us has been drenched!
A lantern would serve us well here. A stroll in the dark is pleasant enough, but not here.
Much obliged. You'll not live to regret this!
Oh, well, ain't right where it is. Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Come to think of it, different masters favoured different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
I'm dead!
This foe will recoil from flame.
Hang in there, Master. I'm coming to assist.
Well now, whatever brings you here? These are perilous times to be wandering about. You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I am touched by your kindness, friend, but we'll manage on our own. I couldn't bear to be pressed in among those crowds.
Now, now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to safety, my dear, come hell or high water. Besides, I should hope this good soul has earned your trust by now. Helped me out of a tight spot on more than one occasion, if you'll recall. After all that goodwill and the long trek out here to warn us, we'd seem mighty ungrateful, turning our back on another helping hand extended only in kindness.
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. It seems we'll be accepting your offer after all, friend. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Let us see our charges to the encampment. But be mindful, the path seems much changed since last we walked it. And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock?
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Ser Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Sir Lamond is as mighty as 100 soldiers. 'Twould be reassuring to have his aid. Shall we speak with him?
It's no great shock to me.
Well parched. My tongue's like sandpaper.
Wearing armor all day feels like a punishment.
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
Well met, sirs. How might I be of service? Hold on a moment. I'll be needing my fee afore you go in. Fancy a look at my wares? Greetings. I expect you must be weary. Its healing waters draw upon the always a pleasure.
You understand how heavy the burden of duty can be upon you.
I cannot stand to remain here another moment.
I rose before the sun.
I refuse to leave.
Have courage! I'm right here!
Good day, sir.
I ask, but I have no...
Your fight continues, does it not?
Have we met, sir?
I am well enough, thank you.
Speak to me another time.
Farming might look...
Why would someone do...
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
A welcome respite from all that hustle and bustle.
If I could, I'd never leave.
I ought to act... We ought to steer clear of lava. No armor offers protection against such heat.
Be on your guard. The monsters here are prone to frenzy. Right, we've had our soak, so let's get underway before the rejuvenating effects of the spring wear off.
Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Did you want something? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye. Oh, bollocks. Of course you'd make a decent request like that. Aye, fine. I'll do it. Seeing as you're the one asking. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind, but you've my word. I'll get them to safety.
He seems to have acquiesced. Sir Ernesto will be thrilled to hear it, I'm sure.
I suppose 'tis so.
My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll...
Wishing my armor can wait till the morning.
I cannot thank you enough for all you've done. We shall fare much better on the road with Sir Lamont's arm to defend us. 'Twill be slow going, mind. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
People of Volcanic Island are evacuated. May they make it through the impending chaos intact.
There's no great shock to me.
No one's coming to assail us. Mayhap we've scared them all off?
I'm like to forget how to fight, should this continue.
Would seem our fight is not yet done.
If we must, let us finish this quickly. Indomitable.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
Then I shall remain by your side. You must steer clear of fire. Well fought.
Would seem I've some catching up to do.
Not bad. An impressive diversion. Shall I finish them off, Arisen?
We are at our best when we combine our strength.
I must admit that it feels wonderful to strike true.
Give me a risk. I shall see to it this does not happen again.
You have my protection.
This has gone from bad to worse. Thank you, friend. I dread to think what might have become of me had you not happened along when you did. This place does not have long left, I fear. We ought to get to safety, though I have to wonder if anywhere is safe now. I'd gladly accompany you, believe me. But the others here? Well, suffice to say, they won't be able to join us. Follow me. You'll see what I mean.
Oh, few materials are more coveted than this. It makes all our efforts worthwhile.
'Tis a jail of sorts, this place. A compound where we set captured pawns to work. They were supposed to be digging up old ruins or some such. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders, and little else, you see. Well, here you have it. They've been like this for a month straight now. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. You'd have more luck. I know they don't die like we do, but it seems cruel to abandon them here, all the same. I never wanted to be here, you know, taking part in all of this. The enslavement of pawns doesn't sit well with me. I suppose that's why I can't bring myself to leave them behind. Either that, or the current state of the world helps to put things in perspective. At any rate, I've tried everything I can think of to get them out, but naught's done any good. I'd rather...
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here, and so we remain.
I implore you, Arisen. Take me with you.
So they're staying here because they were ordered to remain. And they told you that, did they? Strange. I couldn't get a word out of them. I wonder why they saw fit to speak with you. But never mind that. More importantly, you've given me an inkling of the problem at hand. It was the Overseer's doing, methinks. When the world changed, that craven up and ran for his life. But on his way out, he used that artifact they call the God's Way to command the pawns to protect him. I expect that order of his is what the pawns were referring to. But why would they continue to obey when the man is long gone? Unless... Listen, friend. I've a thought. What say you have a look around and see what you can turn up? If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, it could be that he is lurking somewhere not far from here. Use that key to have a look around. It should open any doors you come across. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well. I have a feeling he's still lurking about here somewhere.
Why is it that the doors one most wishes to open are always locked?
Let us return once we've the key in hand.
sir. So, the pawns were being held here by the power of this Godsway. Now they ought to be free to make good their escape.
Aptly said.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Would seem we need not always travel by foot, if novel inventions such as this are to be found.
This seems useful. Should be a shame not to employ it to our advantage. Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment!
It is locked, but mayhap a show of brute strength put us passage.
Twill not break easily, you know.
So, there was naught left of the Overseer but bones, eh? I'll wager he thought to take the pawns with him to the grave. He always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I'm well grateful for your aid, friend. Now that the pawns are on their feet, methinks I can get them to safety. I only hope they'll heed my words as they have yours. But I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt. My word! Isn't this the Godsway? With this, I'll be able to guide the pawns to the refuge without delay. Now there's no chance of any of them being left behind. Seems I've no end of things to thank you for, my friend. I appreciate all you've done here. I'll get the pawns to safety, don't you worry.
It is strange to think a Godsway would be used to guide my brethren to safety. After all the woe they have caused us.
Not bad, all things considered.
Hang in there, Master! I'm coming to assist!
Well enough. Where to next?
I'd not linger here.
Methinks I've earned a rest.
Ox carts aren't operating anymore, are they? 'Tis perfectly understandable, albeit rather inconvenient.
Shame, but the roads have grown ever more perilous of late. 'Tis a surprise to behold yon statue again. I thought it destroyed.
Behold! It moves! Though what impelled it, I cannot say. Go forth, Talos! May you strike down any dragon in your path!
The statue can be moved! It does not appear poised to attack us. Let us keep watch for the time being.
well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
You halted the cloud's advance!
Did the pawn within impel the statue to action?
would that the world had not come to this. For I am certain that your tale would have been a glorious one. Yet, 'twas not to be. You need only cast your gaze upward to glimpse the futility of your defiance.
Swapping stories is one of life's greatest. Something good will come of today. I just know it.
So tight. I get just about any.
Well met. Mayhap that's enough.
Duty to see this
Lost track of
feast.
time. This place is too
grafting onto it a role, a duty, an identity. I speak of the dragon. By the great will does the dragon create a cycle, allowing it to forestall the end of this world time and time again. Yes, Arisen, this world has been safeguarded by the dragon all along. You yourself were chosen to form a part of this cycle. The Arisen is selected by the Great Will to play the role of the dragon's counterpart. That is how this world is built. The dragon serves to continue the cycle, and the Arisen exists to oppose it. This is the true meaning of the dragon's Dogma. Once, everyone in this world had a role to play. For a well-crafted tale has no excess. There must be a reason for each character's inclusion. Yet, this means that should even one of these characters stray from their assigned role, the tale entire will unravel. And if it does, their world will end. Such is the choice you have made, Arisen. By rejecting your own duty in this world, you have robbed all others of the chance to fulfill the roles they were assigned. Pawns are no exception.
Arisen. I am no longer a mere vessel. Your great will has imbued me with a lesser will of my own. Will is power. It is a means to shape the world as one desires. Master! Oblivion
This tale's end has been unwritten. My heart, it aches. A new world comes. A new tale is set to unfold. Yet, it seems I will not be there to watch it.
You You